Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of Cultures and Traditions brought to you by Studio 77. I am your beautiful host, God's Delight. On this episode, we'll be looking at the Tiv tribe of Nigeria. The Tiv tribe is the fourth most popular tribes in Nigeria, apart from the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbos. After them, we have the Tiv tribe. And this Tiv tribe, they are primarily farmers. And because of them, Benue State is known as the food basket of the nation. That is Benue State's slogan. So today we'll be looking at their dressing, their media and entertainment, their taboos, their beliefs, and their gods. Starting from their dressing, the Tiv tribe have this iconic dress that they wear. It is just a black and white stripe, just like a zebra skin. That is how their dressing is. It is a dressing of their prestige. And during the colonial period, the colonial governor saw it as a form of protest because of the black and white stripes. We also have the entertainment. They have this theater that they call Quag Air. This Quag Air is a puppet theater where they do storytelling. Their masquerades come out to celebrate. They do puppetry. Yes. They sing, they dance in this theater. Their music and their dance. Their dance is majorly based on spirituality, and most of their music are sometimes used as satire. It is used as sarcasm to probably bring down a political leader or another. They live in communities. They believe in communal love. Their decisions are just based on elders. They are based on a council of elders, because in Tiv, they don't have a centralized system of government. They have a decentralized system of government where they don't have a king. They just form a group of elders that are chosen by age, their wealth, by their education. They form them together and they use them in decision making. Moving on to their practice, we have this Swem that they believe Swem is a mystical object that when sworn on, when you swear on a Swem, that oath that you took must be fulfilled, because they believe this Swem is a mystical object that serves as a legal compass for them. Yes, it serves as a legal or a moral compass in which they go by, and anyone considered to break an oath that is sworn on a Swem, that person will be punished. And as I said earlier, that there was no king, that they don't have a centralized king. But during the colonial period, when the British people came, they needed somebody to be their intermediary between the people and the government. So they created a Tor King. Their council of elders is referred to as Tor. So they just created a Tor King. And even till now, there's still a Tor King. But that Tor King is just a figurehead. It doesn't really hold any absolute power. It's just a cultural, just to know, okay, we have a king. That's where they have the Tor King. Moving on to their taboos. Okay, so there are some things that this Tiv tribe don't do, and there are some things that they do. They don't eat some animals. They don't kill some animals. Animals that they believe are totems of spirituality. Animals like tortoise and python. Some communities don't even kill pythons. They don't kill snakes. They don't kill tortoise because they believe that they hold spirituality. They are objects of sacred that they must bow down to. Not bow down per se, but like that they must respect. They also have their god. They have this supreme god that is known as Akombo. This supreme god, they believe, is the creator of their universe. But because they believe Akombo is far and distant from them, so they created lesser gods. And by these lesser gods, we have their Tsav. Tsav is a power god. We have people that are initiated into this Tsav. They have the power to heal. They have the power to see things. They have the power to curse and so on. And it is like a cult group that people are being initiated into their elders. If we have their Tsav members, fine, but they have something like priests that we in Christians call pastors, prophets. They have them in Tsav. And they also have another god that they call Akombo. This Akombo is also a power god, but they are Akombo for different situations. We have the Akombo for healing. We have the Akombo for war when they are going for war. They have the Akombo that they call upon and so on. And as I also said earlier, I mentioned Swem. A Swem is a mystical object that they believe in. It is their legal and moral compass. So this Swem, they believe that anybody that swear an oath on this Swem, such oath must not be broken. That's one of their taboos. If such oath is broken, that person is an outcast of the Tiv community. And in their marriage, yes, in their marriage, they believe that marrying of somebody that we are from the same lineage is inappropriate. It's not allowed in the Tiv community. Even if, okay, the person is from a distant village, the elders in that community will trace their tribe, will trace their ancestors to see whether they are not connected in any form. And if they are not connected, that is when the marriage will take place. Another thing that the Tiv tribe don't believe in is stealing from a king's man. Stealing from a king's man is considered to be a very spiritual matter. They believe that you stealing from a king's man has a spiritual effect, a spiritual punishment on them. And even there are still some taboos and some practices that they don't do, as I said earlier, that they don't kill some animals because they believe they are totems or sacred symbols. They have their own way of making their own salt. They don't use this before the localized salt, before all these common salts came about. They have their own special way of making their salt. They will burn specific plants like sorghum, plants like guinea corn, plants like palm fronds. They will burn it. Then after burning it to ashes, they will add water. Then they will filter it. After filtering it, they will boil it. Then when it is boiled, the water will evaporate, and what is left, they will use it as salt. This salt sometimes can be used for medicinal salts. They are also known for ancestral worship. They take so much joy in worshiping their ancestors because they believe their ancestors are watching over them one way or the other. Another thing that this Tiv tribe don't do is they don't give or take with their left hand. They believe you should give or you should receive things with your right hand, especially when you are taking things from an elder. And they don't talk back at elders too, especially in meetings. Even if the elder is at home, you don't have the right to raise your voice as an elder. They believe it is a sign of disrespect. The Tiv tribe, they don't whistle at night. They believe that whistling at night attracts evil spirits, evil forces, and sometimes they believe that it disturbs their ancestors while they are sleeping. They don't have temples. They don't have a specific place where they worship their god, but they have sacred rules, a certain location where they offer sacrifices, where they offer libations, chants to their gods, which are Akombo, Ondo, and Tsav. Presently today, most of these people are now Christians and they are Muslims. They don't really believe in that orthodox way of worshiping. But even though they are still Christians and Muslims, they are still affected by their way of thinking, because a Muslim Tiv or a Christian Tiv might not want to violate or break the oath of Swem or violating Akombo. Even though they have been brought out of their religion, they are still influenced, especially those in the rural areas. They are still influenced by one or two things about their community, about their tribe. So we come to the end of today's episode on cultures and traditions about the Tiv tribe of Nigeria, brought to you by Studio 77. I remain your beautiful host, God's Delight. Catch up to another episode next week. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.